Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I am going to be using this Teresa Collins Daily Stories and the Family Stories. I have both of those, whatever papers and bits that I have left mixed together from those collections. My background is going to be an American Crafts cardstock, and it is a smooth white cardstock. And this is really the first time I had purchased this type of cardstock. I got a pack of 25 off of Amazon, and I usually use Basil textured. Sometimes I use other ones. I've never used the American Crafts smooth white, and I don't love it. It seems quite thin. It's not my favorite. So I went ahead and cut a strip of this graph paper and inked it with the Tim Holtz Distress ink in black soot. Right here I'm trying out this washi tape. I thought I might want to border the edges of my layout with this washi tape. I quickly decided no, that is not what I want to do, and I'm going to rip that off and put this strip down on its own without that washi tape. So the pictures that I'm going to scrapbook, I'm getting ready to trim those down. One of them is a picture of my husband, and one of them is a picture of the game he was playing. He was playing a poker game, and it was when we were on vacation. We were in this arcade type deal that was at the at Hollywood Studios, the City Walk. It was at a restaurant on the City Walk, and he was playing this poker game, which was kind of amusing to me because I had never before and have not since seen him play a video game, except for the Wii occasionally. And that was kind of interesting to me to watch him play this game. So I went ahead and trimmed those photos down. I pulled out this cardstock. It is kind of a reddy orange color, and I'm going to back my photos on that. And I also used some white cardstock as well. This red dotted paper is one of the papers from Teresa Collins, and that's what I'm going to use to back this photo with. So when I started this, I wasn't sure what size my photos were going to be. That's why I went ahead and trimmed them down to see where I might want to place them on the layout. I am going to add a couple more strips of pattern paper to this, and I am going to ink the strips with the Tim Holtz black soot. I am using this one right here, and that is where it is going to go. And then I am going to use that one that had the red dots, like the one that I had backed that photo with. I'm going to use that next to this one, and I am also going to ink the edges with that, or ink the edges on that. So summer is winding up. I hope you guys have had a good summer. Ours has been pretty uneventful. We haven't really done much. I don't know what we did today, but I'll tell you, I am exhausted. I am just really looking forward to getting in bed and reading. I'm so tired. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and put that strip of paper down right there, and then I'm going to pull my papers back, or my pictures back out to see where they go. Right here are some border strips that were part of the Teresa Collins, and I did use that one. They're like black circles with numbers in them, and I do use that along the sides. These are really cool, and I never thought that I would actually use any of them, and the collections that I had got came with so many, and I think this is the first one that I've used, and I've actually pulled this collection out several times over the past couple years and have never had the opportunity to use one yet. So I'm going to go ahead and mimic those strips of paper on the side, on the left hand side, over on the right hand side, but in a smaller scale. I'm going to ink all of these with the black soot distress ink as well. And there they are. So right here I pulled out a whole bunch of embellishments that I thought I might like to use, and I was going to start taking them out and put them on the page. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and build these clusters before I put them on the page. I've done this a couple times before, and it usually seems so much easier to me if I do it first. I don't do it very often, but if I do the embellishments first and then just put them on the page. It didn't work out that way with this one. This page still felt like it took me a while to complete, but that's how I do it. Right here I am building the cluster. that is going to go in the top right corner of my layout, and I am going to glue it all together, and I will cut away and it will be just about done. So this layout is, the papers are all black and whitish cream and red, and the pictures have some blue and green. Other than that, it's very, I mean, pretty much black and red and white are the colors in here. And I don't know that I really have done a lot of layouts that are kind of just two colors really. So that's interesting. I'm building this other cluster right here. This is the cluster that is going to go next to the top left photo. That says right here, and now I am going to stick that little tag under there that says noted. This is a little chipboard button. I did not thread the buttons on this one, which is interesting because usually I'm kind of weird about that. But I've been getting kind of lax. So I'm going to go ahead and make this into a banner and stick it right there. This is the embellishment cluster that is going to go at the bottom right of that photo. This one is going to have a sticker button on it, which I also do not thread, and it also has that regular red button on it. I do end up putting spelling out July on there in some letter stickers. So here I'm trying to figure out where I want that cluster. That is not where it's going to be going, but it goes right there. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm probably gonna move them around a little bit to see if I like them where they are or not. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stick down my pictures so that I can commit to where my embellishment clusters are going to go. So I'm just using my ATG gun to stick that poker photo down, and this one I'm going to pop up on some of that Scotch foam tape. That is the one that comes in that huge roll from Amazon. These ones right here, I am going to ink the edges of just the pieces that border the embellishment cluster. I am going to pull out some black thread and kind of wind it up and put it underneath where that cluster is going to go. I'm going to use some Scotch quick dry adhesive to stick that down. I do that thread under all three embellishment clusters. I don't have it sticking out a whole lot, so you can't really tell. It's a very subtle effect. And I am going to use Scotch Quick Dry on all three of those. From what I've found, it seems to hold the thread the best from what I've found so far. Now I don't do thread a lot, but when I have done it, I've tried Tombow Aqua, and it didn't seem to hold it that well. And not only that, I've been kind of fighting with my Tombow Aqua lately because it seems like I don't know if I'm being heavy-handed lately or if it's always done this, but lately it seems like it's warping my papers pretty bad. Maybe my bottle's old and it's more liquidy. I don't know, but we've been having a little bit of an argument. So I tried it on my thread last time. It didn't work so well. So right here, this is a little kind of like a post-it note that came with the collection, and I don't know why I didn't just use a label, I guess because the post-it notes were there. So I went ahead and used that. That's where I'm going to write my journaling. I'm going to put 2010 on there with the number stickers that came with it. Teresa Collins Daily Stories, I believe, is the one that those stickers came with. Right here, the Calberteschi font figures, and I'm going to spell out Poker Face. That is going to be my title. On this thicker sheet, there are some black blobs. You see where I'm putting them right there? Well, I had gotten some of that black distress ink down there. I don't know how, but I smudged it down there. I don't know how I did it, but I did. So I thought I might cover it up with that, and it didn't work. So I went ahead and pulled out this Bombay India ink, and I'm going to make splatters trying to mask that little black smudge that way. I do like using this India ink. It's nice. I really like to use that. And after I do that, I don't think I do anything else to this layout. So thank you so much for joining me and putting up with my exhausted voiceover. I apologize for that. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.